Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still doing front page review and we're moving on to the Punch. Major headline. Rivers crisis. Wike camp heads for court as Fubara swears in local government chairman. The drama in Rivers this weekend is Hollywood standard. Tariff hike. Disco's revenue jumped to 807 billion naira. 2027, Labour Party welcomes Pakwanso offers to be Obi's running mate. In other news, 50 CNG stations servicing 200 million Nigerians. NMDPRA. I trafficked drugs to pay my MSc fees. Canadian suspect. Abba Moro tackles Alia as APC sweeps Benue local government seats. Naira for crude. We've taken that story. 3 refineries plan PMS production. Dangote awaits NNPC supplies. Nigeria's debt servicing soars to 6 trillion naira, says CBN report. So what are we starting with? Nobody took my Rivers State. Nima.
I took Rivers State in the
Another paper. Okay.
I took the Canadian.
Hey,
as if it was Nigerian now in Indonesia to put the name. So this Canadian dared in a very, very bold move to bring what is known as Canadian loud to Nigeria. And according to the spokesperson for the NDLEA, in her 3 bags, they found 74 parcels of this illicit substance weighing 35.20 kilograms.
The liver.
She stuffed them inside 3 bags. She very bold move. She carried a mentor, but she said that she brought it in in exchange for $10,000 Canadian dollars if she gets it here, and she had hoped to use the money to fund her master's degree program.
Yeah.
Also in the report, the spokesperson for the NDLA gave account of several other. In fact, one is 13 million pills of opioids, including tramadol, making quick action tramadol, that was brought in through the Port Harcourt on a Port Rivers State, and he got another account of about 9 million naira worth of, 9 trillion naira worth of this kind of drugs that was brought in as well. So for details, well done to NDLA. But this Canadian,
for what they are doing,
she doesn't look Canadian
at all.
I've been a black Native American. They have
all those they are red.
As Nigerians are crying, discos are cleaning out. Nigeria's electricity distribution companies have written a total sum of 887.86 billion naira as revenue in the first 7 months of 2024. Year never finish. Following the tariff increase for Band B and A customers and improved revenue collection, these findings was done by The Punch. It said that despite consistent complaints over poor power supply by consumers and high tariffs, 11 discos increased their income by 46.96% from 604.15 billion naira recorded in the same period of 2023, spanning January to July.
Wow.
Yes. Although, however, after an intense public uproar, NERC announced an 8.1% reduction to 206.8 naira per kilowatt in the electricity tariff rate for Band B and A customers. The hike in electricity tariffs has put many Nigerians under heavy energy bills, all of us. Last week, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, assured Nigerians of a possible reduction in the price of electricity in the coming months, following a current effort to step up the generation and distribution of power. I hope this is true.
I hope so too. All right, who has the other story about?
The Chief Executive of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, says Nigeria has less than 50 compressed natural gas compression stations to feed the over 200 million Nigerians. He said despite the efforts of the federal government through the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative to give Nigerians access to the CNG as a replacement to the pricey fossil fuels like petrol and diesel, he said that we are still deficit. So he said this at the conference of the Nigeria Association of Energy Correspondents in Lagos. And he touched on energy security, which is very crucial for Nigeria's economic growth. And despite the fact that having a huge gas utilization deficit, we are still flaring about 2.5 billion cubic feet of gas daily. He said this is wasted resources, and this could generate electricity enough for everybody. So what they are trying to do now is this is the decade of gas initiatives, which is that by 2030, gas will contribute generally to our general energy mix, which will be adding up to 5,000 megawatts to the national grid and reducing our reliance on imported fuels. So we have to invest in gas infrastructure, and Nigeria must begin to diversify its energy resources and reduce dependency on just the fuel, which they've started doing already. And I hope that a lot of people are able to, get involved in it, change your vehicles to CNG.
Gas powered.
Yeah.
Moving on to Daily Sun major headline: fuel prices may go up again as NNPC exhausts stock. This one, it is well. Work for Peace of Rivers Fubara charges newly elected local government councillors, chairmen and councillors. Benue local government APC wins all 23 chairmanship, 276 councillorship seats. NDLA NABS, Canadian lady, Nima took that story. Arbitrary bank charges. CBN urges customers to report illegal levies. Constitution review, National Assembly plans dialogue for women and hold politicians accountable for campaign promises, Bishop Kuka tells Nigerians. So what are we starting with?
Let's do CBN. So the central bank, through the head of Complaints Management Division, Consumer Protection Department of the CBN, Mohammed Muazu, he is urging customers to report any illegal bank charges. He says they should study the CBN guidelines and always check their online bank statements that the bank sent to them. And if there's a variation, then you need to take it up. First of all, complain to your bank, query it, and then get to the CBN. He says if CBN is not your first line of defense, they only listen to escalated complaints. So if you've complained to the banks, the department in question, and there's no change, you then get to the CBN and they will escalate it. He advised bank customers to ensure that they have adequate understanding of all these products that the banks are bringing. They are talking to me. Or this my banks.
If you've operated other banks, having an account in the UK and in the US, you realize that Nigeria charges are ridiculous because other countries don't charge. The bank charges are not the way we charge here. It's really, really.
And one bank said they will not tell us sorry. I've not been able to pay for provision because I use that bank.
The Red Bank. Continue.
Yes.
You have a story here?
Yes, I do. So the National Assembly, yes, had said it would hold a legislative dialogue with women as part of ongoing review of the 1999 Constitution. At least they're remembering women, that they have women in Nigeria. The Deputy Speaker, I just hope you noticed I did my eyes. The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Benjamin Kano, stated this during a retreat of consultants and secretariat of the Constitution Review Committee in Abuja. He commended the consultants while saying that the two chambers of National Assembly, they are working hard to meet the deadline, which was set for the first set of alterations to the Constitution, which should be out by December 2025. I think that's too long. Anyways, if you ask me. But he said that some of the activities in our work plan include national public hearings, follow-up retreats, joint retreat with the Senate, engagement with the State, House of Assembly, and Governors Forum. So we have to wait till December 2025 to even know what the first set of alterations to the 1999 constitutions will be. I think that is too long.
All right, so we move on to Nigerian Tribune. Major headline: New Rivers begins from now, says Fubara as he swears in 23 newly elected local government chairmen. In other news, APC to Tinubu locates headquarters of proposed Southwest Development Commission in Ibadan. NDLA arrests the Canadian lady at Lagos with 9 billion naira worth opioids in Rivers as well. We've taken that story. Custom requires aircraft for surveillance. Or should to launch CFO in 45 days, why we floated the Naira, CBN, and Undo flood victim count losses. Can we have the custom story?
Okay, yes. So the Nigerian Customs Service at the weekend took a significant step towards strengthening its air surveillance capabilities with the acquisition of a Cessna Grand Caravan X208B. The Controller General of Customs said that this will help them with the security at the borders, right? That this is a...
Petrol seem to be flying out of Nigeria.
That this will be a huge step for them. It also helped them in terms of their logistics too, and deploying armed personnel, because the aircraft can carry up to 10 officers. Yes, and because it's coupled with a 6-hour aerial endurance, they can use it during the day, they can use it at night, they can use it during low visibility. That is a good one. And they went on and on about this, and I'm wondering, like, did they buy multiple aircraft, or is it just one? Because I'm wondering how this just one wants to
solve all our problems. We need more
one.
drones as well. All right, so Ondo?
Well, yeah. So residents of Ondo community in Ondo West local government area of Ondo State are counting their losses after the flood that swept through the community on Friday following a torrential rain. So they said many residents affected by the flood disaster have started to count their losses as many properties were destroyed during the 4-hour downpour. So a resident, Mrs. Elizabeth Akinfolari, said the downpour started at about 5 p.m. on Friday. It did not stop till late into the night, causing the canals and streams to overflow to their banks. He said many houses, structures were submerged. A number of residents drowned, were rescued by some individuals, while thankfully no life was lost in the flood. So inspecting the affected areas, the special advisor to the governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, on works and infrastructure, Pastor Ayo Babalola, visited the community with some engineers from the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, and he said the government would take steps on the dredging of the river streams in the area. And they mentioned some areas already, you know, Let's just leave it at that,
Nima, please, you need to give us this week's story, sharp.
So yesterday, the governor of River State, Governor Sim Fubara, swore in 23 local government chairmen who emerged in the poll, and the Action People's Party of River State sweep all the 22 of the 23 local governments. So they had 22 chairmen sworn in and 1 guest, but he says this is the new River State, and the PDP lost for the first time.
Wow.
In all the local governments.
The new River
There's
State.
a video of Wiki that said, don't try governor. Governors are very powerful. Oh. I think that's what we are seeing the evidence of. That's what we can take a front-page review for today. When we return, we'll go through. We have a sponsor segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.